Okay, so the area that we just worked out, I know is going to be, that's going to be 1 on pi, going from 0 to 1. Part C, so I know this area here is 1 on pi. So I'm being given some facts that if I go from 1 to 2, 1 to 2 of f of x, that's going to give me this area here. And that equals -3 going from 1 to 2 of this function that's been moved to the right 1 unit, So that's this area here. So this is going to equal -3 times 1 on pi, so -3 on pi. So this here is an area of 3 on pi. And I'm told that 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, this whole area is going to be 2 lots of what the function of f of x between 0 and 1 is. That's going to be 2 on pi. But remember, I've got this total area is this positive minus these 3 plus all of this. So this must be 1 on pi, this must be 3 on pi, and this must be 5 on pi, because if I'm going to go from 1 to 3, the integral from 1 to 3 of f of x dx is going to be 1 on pi minus 3 on pi plus something, and it has to equal 2 on pi. Therefore, it's got to be plus 5 on pi, so that's going to equal 2 on pi. Sorry, this is 1 to 3, so we're not including this one. So it's 1 to 3, so it's going to be this -3, so that has to be plus 5. So my total area is going to be 1 plus 3 plus 5. My total area is going to equal 9 on pi units squared. And looking at part D, we have some transformations. We have this graph here, and we have two things that are happening. It's being dilated by a factor of 3 from the y-axis, therefore it's being squashed by 1/3. Then it's being reflected over the y-axis. So what will the domain be? So my 0 to 3, after the dilation will become 0 to 1, then after reflection will become -1 to 0. And what will the rule for G be? Well, we have a dilation by a factor of 1/3 from the y, therefore we replace x with 3x. So if I had y equals x sine of pi x, is that correct? X sine of pi x, then my rule will become y equals 3x sine of 3 pi x. X is replaced with 3x in both occasions. Then we reflect over the y-axis, therefore replace x with -x. Y will equal -3x sine of -3 pi x. I'll accept that as an answer. But since if you reflect over the x and the y, you get no change, I'll also accept 3x sine of 3 pi x because it's the same equation.